I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. I was like, oh.
I mean, real talk, I was just about to cover a video involving one Busta Rhymes. 'Cause, we've covered him and the homophobic and homosexual claims that have been following him throughout the years. There was another video that was dropped on him that went into further detail about that. So I was just about to cover that. I had it up and ready to go. But then, my YouTube algorithm popped up in front of me, bruh. And the title got me, bruh. And then who the video was from and who's in the video, bro. It's a Puffy tried to me. And it's one Terrence Howard that has made that statement, bro. Terrence Howard. Yeah, I mean, Hustle and Flow. I don't know too much about Terrence, man. He a goof troop. I mean, he out there, but I don't think he gonna be running with some false ass narratives for some clout. But you can't really put that shit past anybody. We haven't covered anything Diddy related in quite some time, man. But I had to post this cover this because this is PBD covering it. First of all, and this is the first time I'm hearing something about Terrence Howard and, potentially getting Diddy fired. So we got to tap in. But yeah, Pete the Drip, shop StevieKnight.com. My book is now available everywhere. So your Amazons, all that, like the actual hard copy of the book, not just the ebook. So if you're interested in, it was difficult for you to go to my site and purchase it. It's now available for everyone. But if you want the signed copy or if you want the book for a little bit cheaper, pull up to my site and purchase it. It's going to take a little longer to get to you, but it's worth it, man. Been getting nothing but dope reviews from it. Matter of fact, I think this video is going to do okay. So with the amount of eyes on this video, I want to show y'all that I'm not bullshitting with these reviews, man. If you go to my website, StevieKnightFedUp.com, Paula said, Stevie really did his thing with this one. The suspense, fear, and heartbreak you experience in the book are amazing. I loved it from beginning to end. Took me 3 days to read the book. 3 days. This book is 350 pages, bro. Took up 3 days because I couldn't put it down. The ending part was shocking. You have to read it in order to know what happened. I would love for this book to turn into a movie. If anybody knows somebody, it was that good. I hope he comes out with the continuation with another book. Anthony said, got to live it nice and safely. But Mary said, I thoroughly enjoy reading this book, and I'm mainly a nonfiction reader. I would recommend this book for all demographics, for the insight it offers into the underbelly of organized crime, where it meets border control. For me, it was a clever escape into a different reality, very well written. I like the main character and the struggles he met with as his character developed. I was pleasantly surprised to find a love theme seated within it. I didn't expect that. It added depth to the main character, a man trying to do the best he can while suffering systemic stupidity at work and facing temptation, something many must relate to. I sincerely hope this book is part of a series because I'm eager to keep reading where the story goes next. And then we got some more, if y'all still with me. Amazing book, my brother. Couldn't stop reading to the next chapter. Managed to finish the book within a few days of receiving my signed copy. Can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Each chapter leaves you anxious to read what happens next. Knowing SK's drive behind the book just makes it even better. You feel me? Hold on. The writing style of Mr. Knight is instantly engaging and immersive. It makes the experience of the main character relatable. I felt and quickly shared his frustration with fellow agents. Fed Up is a wild ride and worth every minute spent reading it. Fire. So, yeah. Copy one. But yeah, that's enough. Let's tap into the fuckery. I had to make sure we passed 3 minutes so I could cuss. All right, let's do it.
there's a short life in
Why
the
do you
acting
think that
world.
is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head, But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Getting your booty hole took.
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card,
Look at that.
you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time.
Bro, I need context though, man. I need context, bro.
You give
Y'all
up
gonna
that,
make me go try to find this clip. Cause you can't just start it like that, bro. I need context, man. So y'all drop snips before y'all drop the whole video. Damn. Y'all playing, bro.
in
Why
the
do you
acting
think
world.
that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far, Who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what Heath had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do
Heath,
that
like
end up
Heath Ledger?
sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head, But when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card,
What is that? What do you mean by that?
you give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it.
Facts.
So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Now,
I'm saying what I'm saying.
You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood,
It ain't the same, bro. You give up the butt,
I've
dog.
never seen somebody recover.
Shit, you give up the butt. A man give up the butt, bro. Yeah, I mean, you can't. It don't even matter. I ain't even trying to go there, bro. I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers, dog. Fuck that. A man giving up his butt is totally different than a woman giving up the box. You know what I mean? If a man volunteers his anus for whatever the case may be, is entirely different. A heterosexual male at that, but you know what I'm saying? You can't be heterosexual doing that, bro. You're immediately homosexual. I don't give a damn what it is. Is nowhere near, not in the same universe as a woman using her box to get what she want, bro. That they've been doing that shit since the beginning of time, dog. You know what I'm saying? But I get what he putting down. Let's continue.
Care of her family and do all those things. When you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood,
It's different.
I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing.
You know he know. That's Terrence Howard. He know about them Diddy parties. He been famous for a long time, bro. He know what's going on. He not just gonna say that shit and it don't be facts. You feel me?
Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's
Bro, say that again. Say that again.
we're doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man.
Bars.
So I believe
Bars, motherfucker. Say it again. Say it again.
for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because
Industry
they
gay
get
as hell.
fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
It's crazy that you even got to say that, bro. But that's just the day and age we living in, dog. But it needs to be said, especially right now, because you don't even know what the fuck a man is, bro. Bros is like loose with it these days, bro, because they ain't even worried about being a man. Go ahead, take my manhood. Dog, manhood don't matter. That's why it don't matter. Because of shit like that, bro. Taking what it is to be a man away. Well, motherfuckers don't even care about the shit no more. But, you know what I'm saying? This shit has been going on for a long time, even when, you know, masculinity was prevalent. These masculine men were given the butt up to get put on, dog. But fuck that. Slutting out to fucking get put on. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, bro.
Back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy.
Stamped it.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try to get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything.
At all.
If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that? If
don't mean nothing.
Integrity. You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
1,500 sperm per heartbeat? 1,500 sperm per heartbeat. My heart rate about like 58 times 1,500. That's 87,000 sperms per minute times 5.2 million per hour times 24, 125.2 million a day times 31. 3.8,883,680,000 sperm per month. No wonder we always goddamn pregnant, bruh. Sheesh.
It's 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh.
Bruh. Oh, man, he dead ass, too. This ain't no cap. This ain't no cap, bruh. This is a thou wow, bruh. He's keeping it a buck. I wonder why it took so long. That's what I'm saying. This is how you know it's legit, too. Because Howard could have been said this shit a long time ago. The whole Diddy debacle is old news at this point. You know what I'm saying? He could have juiced this story a long time ago. I got paid from it at all. He ain't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? You know this shit is all facts. There's no cap in my rap at all, bruh. Diddy was trying to fondle that boy. But you know what I'm saying? Howard said, hey, you found the right one, dog. I ain't playing that booty hole shit, motherfucker. I'm already on. I don't need you. But, and even if I did need you, I ain't about to partake in any of this fuck boy ass bullshit, bro. I'll beat your motherfucking ass. I'll beat your motherfucker.
It's like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you.
That's hilarious.
That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers coming to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. You know, when you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back.
Facts.
It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit. Because the man card means everything.
I'm talking about, bro. Especially after I did, the video. This is on the music channel. But I did the video with the Black Captain America when he was on the pivot talking that shit, talking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, masculinity is dead and all that, but then you the same motherfucker to come out here and kiss a whole man on Black Mirror, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of message you sending? This motherfuckers in the comments talking about, it's just acting. It's just acting. You can be, no, bitch. No. Fuck no. Don't get shit twisted. I don't give a fuck how masculine of a man you pretending to be or projecting or whatever the fuck. Your masculinity is gone the moment you press your lips on a motherfucking man, regardless of what the reasoning is. Whether you're really trying to get busy with a motherfucker or just a role, dog. You gotta have some sweet in your tank to be doing that shit. Dog, Terrance is talking so much of that real shit right now. He talking so much of that real shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially considering where we are society-wise, dog. I don't want to hear nothing about none of this other bullshit y'all saying, bro. There needs to be a representation of what a masculine male is. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you gay and you can fight. I don't give a fuck if you masculine as fuck and you can shoot real good and you do jujitsu and you a goddamn taekwondo expert and you gay and you can whoop ass. I don't give a fuck. You still gay. Motherfucker, that's not masculine. It ain't masculine kissing no motherfucking man. It ain't masculine getting bent over. It ain't masculine pumping no man bent over. I don't give two fucks. And we need to draw the goddamn line, especially right now when all this shit's blended and motherfuckers don't know right from left from right and up from down, them girl from boy from girl. You know what I'm saying? Rappers wearing dresses and fingernail paint and all this shit. No, we need to draw a fucking line in the sand, goddammit, right? Whatever. Y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to do, but y'all ain't this. Y'all ain't this. You know what I'm saying? Hearing them say shit like that, it's refreshing. It's refreshing. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm not doing none of that. I ain't kissing no motherfucking man. I don't give two fucks. It makes me think, too. It makes me think about some things, too, because Terrence Howard is quite successful, right? I mean, he's an A-list celebrity. I would consider him an A-list celebrity. I mean, he ain't had like no monster leading roles. Like, what's his best leading role? Like Hustle and Flow? You know what I'm saying? Hustle and Flow. And bro could act his fucking ass off. I mean, he was the daddy in Princess and the Frog, but he ain't had, like, let me see. I'm trying to see how A-list he is. Right? He ain't had no Denzel roles. You know what I'm saying? And Denzel has been implicated. You feel me? So the reason I'm saying that, thinking out loud, is that, you know what I'm saying? He's saying that he never sold nothing, he never did nothing. But to me, the first thing I was thinking, like, bro, you're quite successful in the acting industry. It don't seem like you've been blackballed or burnt, you know, any type of way. But thinking about his, like, heaviest roles, he ain't got no training days and no fucking independence days and nothing like that. Hold on, let me see. Gully, cardboard boxer, term life. Did he play in Prisoner? I don't even remember him. Alleged, Princess and the Frog, Fighting, Iron Man, but like none of these he played lead. None of these are his lead roles. Get Rich or Die Trying, Four Brothers, Hustle and Flow. Hustle and Flow is his biggest. That's what Terrence Howard is known primarily for by the masses. If you don't know who the fuck he is, your best chance of knowing who he is from Hustle and Flow. And that makes sense, bro, because Terrence Howard's acting abilities, bro, he should be out there with Will Smith and the Denzels, but you know what? He a fucking man.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen, we've talked about it. We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, You know, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not.
Yeah, that one here weirdo, bro. I seen bro up here talking about like 2 + 2 ain't 4, or 1 + 1 ain't 2, 1 + 1 is actually 1, or some shit. You know what I mean? He's like trying to restructure mathematics. Like he a goof troop. But I don't give a fuck. You could be goofy as hell, dog. I'm riding with you if you are pro manhood around this bitch.
The work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi everyone, my name is Tim.
I fucks with it.